welcome to Cook's Corner. I'm culinary correspondent Kathy Shader, and joining me in the kitchen today are chefs Luca Paris and Amy Bishoprick from Luca's Mediterranean Cafe in Keene. Hi, welcome back.
How
it's
you doing?
Great to see you here.
Same here.
Hi, Amy.
Same
It's
here.
good to meet you. And what are you making for us today?
Well, today we're going to be doing sea bass cilantro, which is one of the favorite items on our menu, and we thought it'd be great to show people how to make it today.
Okay.
So we're going to get started. We're going to be doing sea bass cilantro served over couscous. Couscous is usually a Moroccan or Israeli type of pasta dish. Well, not really pasta, but a grain that used under it. It's very simple to make. I'm going to first tell you about the couscous, where you use 2 parts of vegetable stock to 1 part of the couscous. This is the fine couscous, which is usually from Morocco, and the larger couscous is usually from Israel. We like the fine one because it cooks a little faster. Amy, you've got the vegetable stock ready. We're going to add fresh herbs that you could get out of your garden if you have it, so have it, or you could always buy this at the supermarket. We love fresh herbs, gives it so much flavor. And sun-dried tomatoes, those are the 2 things. Get your vegetable stock to a little bit of a boil. If you'll chop the herbs for us.
Okay, do you want them very fine?
No, however you like them.
Okay.
Whatever you like. If you like coarse chop, you like fine chop, that works.
And on these sun-dried tomatoes, do you have to reconstitute them at all?
No, we actually let them reconstitute themselves in the stock itself.
Oh, okay.
And what we did is we kind of chopped them a little coarse because we like the way the flavor goes that way, and it has a nice look and a lot of color. So we just add all of these ingredients straight to our dish.
Now, the couscous, as you mentioned, cooks very quickly. About how many minutes?
It takes about 3 minutes after the water's boiled. If we just let it sit in there, you usually want to cover it also. And then by the time this is ready, our sea bass will be just about ready. You don't want this piping hot when you put it in there because the sauce with the sea bass will allow it to cook a little bit more afterwards. Amy now has the oil ready. We like to use extra virgin olive oil or a good olive oil because it just brings out more flavor. And, you know, part of the Mediterranean diet is using a very good olive oil. And the sea bass is a very simple dish. You could use sea bass or any other fish. We'd use a Chilean sea bass. I love the flakiness of it. It's got great texture and great flavor, and it holds really well. And she's going to dredge that in flour first, and then get that cooking into there. And then the ingredients, I basically came up with this recipe. It was kind of funny. I was making my wife a tilapia francaise one day, decided looked in the kitchen and didn't have any of the ingredients for it. And had some sea bass around and had some peppers and tomatoes and didn't have white wine. I had champagne. Put all these flavors together, and I thought I had parsley, but I had cilantro. Threw that in there, and I came up with a dish that is now one of our favorites here. So
well, that's some of the best creations,
exactly.
like what you have in the kitchen.
Exactly.
And it shows that people can do that at home because you can substitute different ingredients that you have.
And any of the recipes that we do also, most of them are just, whether it's, you know, Amy coming up with one, or Chef Dave, or myself, we've come up where we throw a couple of things together and we're like, wow, this is incredible. So we have a lot of fun doing it, and that's what people should do at home, is really try different things and use basic recipes, but expand a little, and it's a lot more fun. So she's searing the sea bass on both sides, and from that we're going to add 3 items. We chopped up some peppers. We like to use colors. We love colors. Peppers that are orange, yellow, and red, and grape tomatoes. Grape tomatoes, what's great about them is the flavor that they give. A lot sweeter than any regular tomato.
And they're much sweeter than the regular cherry tomatoes, I found, too. These are excellent.
And Amy's just going to put all these items in there. And, of course, garlic. We chop up our own garlic, and we make it, and that's the best way to do it. You can buy garlic that's already chopped, but we love to chop up our own. It just has so much more freshness to it. Again, if you grow any of these things, your tomatoes or peppers, it's always great to use them from your garden. And then you can already see this is going to be a dish with a ton of color and a ton of flavor. Now, you need butter?
Garlic.
Garlic? Here you go.
Got to have garlic for the Mediterranean flavors.
Exactly. Garlic with almost anything. Now, you don't have to worry about if this falls apart on you at all. Sea bass tends to do that sometimes. If it doesn't, it looks even better, but it'll be a great dish to do. Now she's going to add, I'm sorry.
That looks like about a 1-inch thick piece. How long does that usually take?
This will take anywhere on a hot pan. It could take you up to about 7-8 minutes to prepare this. Our recipe that we gave you is for 2 of these. If you see that you get to this point and it's not fully cooked, you can tell just by texture. About that time, you could throw it in the oven for a little bit and let it finish off that way. Or just keep it on there. It'll cook nice in the juices. She added champagne. I always use something good. I like to use good champagnes, good wines, because while you're making this, if you want to have a drink, at least you're drinking something good. So it makes great quality sauces. This sauce we do have for the recipe, we use butter to thicken it, but if you dredge this in flour, you dip it in flour and use it in, it seems to make its own sauce and thickens by
It's going to thicken itself.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks really good, and the aroma from the champagne
It's just
and
incredible.
the vegetables is just wonderful with this dish.
So she's going to let that cook down and reduce. We'll be able to plate this up rather quickly. I mean, this has just got another minute to go on for there. But again, very healthy dish. It's, you know, you're getting the fish, she'll add a little extra vegetable stock if she feels reducing. Your vegetables, you're getting a starch on there. Everything you need, and it's a very quick dish. I mean, she could have this done in the time that we're going to be off the air, so it works out great.
And there's not too much chopping for it either, which was great. Save
Right.
some prep time in the kitchen if you're
Right.
making it at home.
Right.
Now, how long have you been open in Keene?
We've been open, now we're going on 9 months. We're going to be celebrating our 1-year anniversary, August 12th. So it's been a great 9
that's
months. It's
exciting.
been fun. The springtime opened up. We have an outdoor patio that we just, when the weather's nice, you know, when Chris gives us good weather, we kind of do pretty well with it. And it's just been terrific. You know, we're having a great time.
And which meals are you open for?
We do lunch and dinner. Lunch is Monday through Friday, and we do dinner Monday through Saturday. And then we do a Sunday brunch also, where we do a lot of nice omelets and frittatas. We're doing some Spanish tortillas we're going to start doing, which are actually egg-based tortillas. Which are
Oh,
really
that sounds interesting.
Yeah.
You have to come back and make that for us.
We might have to do that
another
one morning. Yeah.
And
So
you were mentioning that your menu doesn't change seasonally, but you have so many specials that
Right.
your chefs create. Can you
Right.
tell us a little bit about that?
what they do is our menu is based on French, Italian, and Spanish foods, just so that we have everything from a chicken franchise where people know about to the sea bass cilantro and a Florentine steak, a steak prepared the traditional Florentine way from Italy and from Tuscany. And then what our chef does, and between Amy, Gary, and Dave, they come up with a bunch of different selections, and Moroccan dishes, Israeli dishes, some more French and Italian mixtures of dishes, different risottos every night, different appetizers, really amazing things. Everything from an ostrich, pan-seared ostrich africana, where we use African spices to create a really great ostrich dish.
Oh, that sounds great. It's
any
everything
one of our
from around the
seafoods.
Mediterranean.
Correct.
We are just going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to be serving up this delicious sea bass when Cook's Corner continues. Welcome back to Cook's Corner, where today we're getting a taste of the Mediterranean thanks to Chef Luca Paris and Amy Bishoprick from Luca's Mediterranean Cafe in Keene. And Amy, you've made the couscous, and just again, tell me what's in this very quickly.
Sun-dried tomatoes and fresh herbs, whatever you have around the house. If you have parsley or basil or oregano, it gives it flavor. Anything fresh is nice.
Okay, and you're serving that with a sea bass.
Correct.
Now that sauce, we were just at a very quick commercial break, and that sauce is really thickened very nicely. You have champagne in that, and could you use white wine if you
can.
don't have champagne
Well,
at home?
just how I came up with the recipe, basically.
Because you didn't
Whatever
have
you
the white
have,
wine.
sure.
Okay.
And it would work excellent with the white wine, but we love the way that the champagne gives it some different flavor, and already the aromas are different. So
Now I have to taste this. This looks excellent. Hopefully I won't get a little bone in that piece.
we're trying not to get that going.
Oh, it's delicious. The champagne really gives it a great flavor to that sauce. So you serve many different kinds of Mediterranean cuisine.
Correct.
And you put together an exciting little program for the next time that you're going to be on.
Yeah,
next
we'd like
month.
to, starting next month for a whole week, we'll be doing restaurants from the Keene area. And I'll be here on that Monday, and then every segment that comes after that will be a restaurant from the Keene area, and it'll be a lot of fun. We're pretty much an international-based area. For such a small town, we have so many different exciting restaurants, and I'm glad to just be a part of it. And it's just a lot of great things going on in that town, and I thought it would be great if we could all get together and showcase a little bit about what we do, and I think it's going to be a great time.
Oh, it sounds like fun. And this particular dish was something that you created, and you've got so many specials on your menu every day. And probably now with all of the fresh vegetables coming into season, you're going to be displaying that a lot more.
Actually, Dave's hard at work preparing some new and different items every day for me. What's the greatest thing about my job is that I have chefs who make me things and give me new exciting things to taste. So if I don't put on too much weight, I'm going to have a great time with this.
It sounds delicious, and thanks for preparing the sea bass for us
Thank
today.
you.
It was great to have you on, Amy. If you would like a copy of today's recipe or any recipe you see here on News 9, just go to our website at www.wmur.com and click on recipes. And on Friday's Cook's Corner, we'll wrap up Foreign Foods Week with Chef Patty Stella from the Radisson Hotel. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you then.